Okay, good morning everyone. And coding, yes. Yes, in the yesterday's class we discussed about while loop, how I'm going to write while loop in forward direction and backward direction, and for loop in the forward direction and backward direction, and we are going to use what is the use of continue also. I'm going to write here. Okay, I'm going to write what is the use of continue also. Then the remaining one is going to be break. What is the use of break? For example, I'm going to delete all these things. I'm going to delete all these. And here, for example, the n value is going to be 10 here. 10 value is going to be 10 and I value is going to be 1. And here, I is less than equal to 10. That means 1 is less than equal to 10. 1 is less than equal to 10. Is it true or not? Yes, it is true, and coming inside and it is going to be print 1. Everyone knows these things, right? 1 is going to be print 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and after that I becomes a 10. I becomes a 10, and it is going to be checking here is 10 is less than equal to, is 10 is less than equal to 10. Yes, it is also true, and it is going to be print 10, and then I becomes 11 here. Then it is going to be checked that is 11 is greater than equal to 10. Is 11 is, sorry, is 11 is less than equal to 10. At this point the condition is going to be false, and the loop is going to be break. The loop is going to be break here. That means yet if the condition is false, then it is going to be, then it is going to be, the loop is going to be break here. Okay, that is the same thing here also. Loop is breaking means it is coming out of the loop. It is coming out of the loop. It is coming out of the loop. That means it is coming here. Okay, it is coming here. Okay, for example, if I'm going to execute it, if I'm going to give 10, it is going to be print all the 10 numbers, and then it is coming outside the loop and it is going to be print high. Okay, excellent. Now, the same thing, this is called natural braking. This is called natural braking. The break is going to be happened based on this while loop condition, based on the loop, based on the condition of the loop. This is called natural braking. This is called natural braking. One more loop, one more braking is there. That is going to be the manual braking. For example, here I am going to write break here. Here I am going to write break here. Can anyone guess, for example, if the control reaches break, first of all, how it is working? If the control reaches break, okay, if the control reaches continue, it is automatically goes back to the condition. Okay, if control reaches break, then the control is automatically goes out of the loop, goes out of the loop. For example, goes out of the loop. Automatically, it never executes the remaining steps. If the control reaches break, immediately, it is going out of the loop. Okay, then can anyone guess what is the output here? What is the output of this program?
One
One
high.
high.
Students, remaining one,
Only one
remaining
high.
one, and then it
Only
is
one.
coming outside and it is going to be print high. Okay, it is
Yes.
coming outside and it is going to be print high. If I execute here, if it is a 10, 1, and then it is coming outside and it is going to be print high. Just execute. For example, it is checking like this, is 1 is less than 10. Yes, it is coming like this, and it is going to be print what is the I value? I value is 1, and I becomes 2 here. Then it is coming, the control reaches break, and if the control reaches break, then it is automatically going out of the loop and it is going to be print high. Okay, for example, here I am going to remove this break here and I am going to print, I am going to write here, then I am going to write here. What is the output here?
Only high, sir.
High. Only
Only
high,
high,
sir.
sir.
Only high.
Only
Only
Okay,
high, sir.
only high. Why? Because here 1 is less than equal to 10. If this is true, then the control reaches break, then coming outside and it is going to be print high here. without executing this one. That's why whenever we are using break or continue in any programming language, not in only in C, not only in Python, not only in CPP, any programming language, we have to use break or continue inside an if condition, inside a condition, at particular point only we have to break, at a particular point only we have to continue. Like this we have to write every time. For example, here I am going to write if I is equal to 5, is equal to 5, I am going to break it. At particular point, if I reach this point, I have to stop this loop. Can anyone guess what is the output now?
1 to 4 and high.
1 to 4 or 1
And
to
high.
5?
4, sir.
5.
1 to 5 and
5.
It is printing 1 to 4 or 1 to 5?
5,
1
sir.
to 4. 1 to
1 to
5,
5, sir.
4, sir.
4, sir.
4,
1 to 5, sir.
Any students?
1 to 4, sir.
Output is 1 to 4 or 1 to 5?
1 to 4.
1 to 4, sir.
1 to 4, sir.
5, sir.
1 to 4, sir.
5 to 4, sir.
I will write on it. The output is going to be, for example, the input is 1 is less than equal to 10, it is true. Then it is coming here and it is going to be print 1, and then I becomes 2 here, I becomes 2, and I am going to check that 2 is equal to 5. Is 2 is equal to 5? No. Then it is going back again and it is working with 2 here. 2 is less than equal to 10. Yes, this is also true, and it is coming and it is going to be printed 2 here. Then I becomes 3. Then it is going to be check that. Then it is going to be check here with 3 here. Is 3 is equal to 5? No, not at all. Then it is going here again and it is going to be check that 3 less than equal to 10. Yes, again true, and it is going to be print 3 and it becomes a 4, and it is going to be check that is 4 is equal to 5? No. Then it is going here 4 less than equal to 10. Yes, and it is going to be print 4 here and I becomes a 5, and I becomes a 5, and it is going to be check that is 5 is equal to 5. Yes. Then it is going to be break here. What the values it is going to be print? It is going to be print 1 2 3 4. Okay, and it coming out and it is going to be print high here. Clear? Now I want that output 5 also. The same thing I am going to write I is equal to 5 only. Just listen carefully. I want that I am going to check that I is equal to 5 only. These are the 3 values. This is one step 1. This is going to be step 2, and this is going to be step 3. I want 5 also. Where I have to, how I am going to write it? Where I have to write? I have to use only these 3 blocks. This is 1 and this is 2 and this is going to be 3.
I is a greater than or equal to 5. Less than or equal to 5.
No, we have to use these lines only. We have to write these lines.
Yes, sir. I increment.
I plus 1, sir. Increment of
Statement తర్వాత రాయాలి సార్.
I plus 1,
Delete
sir.
here.
Statement తర్వాత రాయాలి సార్.
I have to write here, right? For example, if I execute it, it is going to be print 5 also. Clear? Any other students? Is there any other solution? Here?
If condition
For example, students, I'm going to ask you, what is the output here?
1 to 4 high, sir.
1 to 4 high only. That is not 5. Okay. There is only one solution here. For this problem, we have to write like this only. It is going to be print 5 numbers. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to delete everything. I'm going to give you a very simple task here. I'm going to give you a very simple task. What is the output here? I'm going to print. If I give 10 here, if I give 10, the output is going to be printing a 10 to 1. Okay, the same output I want, but I have to write an infinite loop. How to write an infinite loop? Here I'm going to write here like this, a true or anything. For example, if I write like this, if I'm going to execute it, I'm going to give 10 here. It is going to be print high for infinite times. If you observe here, it is going to be print infinite times. This is called infinite loop. Okay, it is never ending loop. No doubt about that. You have to
Sir,
write in it. Yes.
సార్ స్క్రీన్ షేరింగ్ చాలా లేట్ గా వస్తుంది సార్.
Network problem వల్ల అంతే, అంతకు మించి ఏం కాదు. ఓకేనా? Here I'm going to print high here, but here I want, if I give 10 here, I want to print 10 to 1. I want to print 10 to 1. But you have to write the infinite loop. You have to write the infinite loop, and you have to print these 10 to 1 numbers. You have to break the loop using break statement. How you are going to be write? Just write down and put the message in the WhatsApp, and I will check it. You have to write an infinite loop, and you have to break the loop using break statement, and you have to print 10 to 1. 10 to 1 you have to print. Is it clear, everyone? Is the question is clear, students? You have to take the input as a 10, and you have to write the infinite loop while true, and you have to print a 10 to 1. You have to break the loop using break statement.
గ్రూప్ లో పెట్టండి సార్.
Good. If the question is not clear, ask me again and I will explain it, students. But you have to do it. Rishi, you have to write an infinite loop every time. You have to write an infinite loop while true, and then you have to print a 10 to 1, and you have to stop using break statement. You have to stop using break statement. Is equal to n. Okay, good. గ్రూప్లో పెట్టండి. So you have to write, if the condition, you have to write like this: if I is equal to, you have to write the column here. Okay, whenever you are writing a block of statements, you have to put a column here. Then if you press enter, it will be maintaining some indentation. That means the block of statements you are going to write inside the if block or while or function or anything.
సార్ వాట్సాప్ లో పెట్టండి సార్.
Okay. Good. Yes. You have to take I is equal to num, not I is equal to 10. Who is this? Deepak.
Sir.
You have to write, you are taking that I is equal to 10. If you take
Sir.
100, then it is going to be a problem. You have to take I is equal to num.
Okay, sir.
Okay? Then it will be work.
సార్ కామెంట్ బాక్స్ లో పెట్టండి.
Okay, I will check it. Okay. Okay. Who is this? Bhavani Devi. First you are writing the loop, that is going to be an infinite loop, then you will be corrected, right?
Sir.
Very good. Priya,
Sir,
what is
what?
the output? Priya, what is the output? Just a minute, I will check everyone. If it is wrong only, I will discuss with you, okay? If it is okay, I am not discuss with you. If I have any doubt on that, then only I will discuss. With this, Priya,
10 to 1, sir.
is the output is 10 to 1? Are you executed that?
Yes, sir.
If A is equal to true, then it is going to be break. I'm going to write it, just a minute. What you are sending is this one. Print A comma end is equal to like this, and if A is equal to true, right? Is equal to true, then it is not A here, that is going to be, for example, if it is going to be A, then A minus is equal to 1. A value is going to be, what is A value here? Okay, A value is 1. Okay. Yes. Understand it. Gauri. You are checking that if is equal to 0. What value you are checking? If I is equal to 0. Yes, you missed I there.
Sorry, sir.
Amit, you have to write num is equal to 0. Then you have to put a colon. That means you are writing inside the if block. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes. In fast, I just.
Okay. Yes. Good. Message in the chat box. True, when you are writing a true, you have to maintain a t as capital. Then only it will be a boolean variable. Okay, that is false. Also, you have to write f capital. That is the simple mistake. Remaining everything is cool. Okay.
Sir.
For example, here it is going to be 1 here. For example, if I am going to execute it, it is going to be print like this. Just simply, I can write here if a is equal to 1, I can write, I'm going to break it here. If it is going to be 0, it is going to be 0, it is going to be executed like this. Just simply, I'm writing here, I'm going to print a value. I'm going to print here a value. A value is going to be 10. Then it becomes a 9, and I'm going to check that is 9 is 9 is equal to 0? No. Then it is going to be print 9, 8. It is going to be check every time. Is 8 is equal to 0? No. 7 is equal to 0? No. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is printed. Then it becomes a 0. Now it is going to be check that. Now it is going to be check that is 0 is equal to 0. Yes, it is true now, and it is going to be break the loop, and it is coming out of the loop. It is going to be print 10 to 1 here. That is the use of break when you are writing. When you are writing that, when you are writing any condition, if you don't know exactly where to stop, definitely I'm going to write every time. I'm going to write an infinite loop, and I'm going into the loop first of all, going the loop inside first of all. Then I'm going to check that. Then I'm going to check that where I have to stop. Just as simply one breakpoint is there. I'm going to write if the number is reached this breakpoint, I have to stop. How I'm going to stop? Just simply using break statement. In this way, we are going to stop the loops. And the next one, when you are writing any infinite loop while true. Okay, while true means that is going to be an infinite loop, no doubt about that. When you are writing an infinite loop, definitely in our program, there is no doubt about that. We have to break the loop using the break statement only. Definitely, it is mandatory. You have to break the loop using the break statement when you are taking the infinite loop. For example, if the line is missing, for example, what is the output here? This there is no input here. If I'm going to give 10 here, it is going like this. It is going like this. Okay, it is going to be print the values again and again and again and again. Okay, that is the mistake here. That is infinite loops. When you are writing a loop, so try to avoid infinite loops. You have to check it. You have to check it first, and you have to avoid infinite loops. Okay. Yes. And here. Now the last one in the control statements, that is going to be the else block. Else block for loops. Else block for else block in loops. Okay. Else block in loops. Else block in loops. Good. Else block in loops. For example, I'm going to delete this one, and I is equal to 1 here. I'm going to write I is less than equal to num. Is less than equal to num, and here I'm going to print I value, then I plus is equal to 1. If I'm going to execute it, it is going to be print 1 to 10. Okay. Now what is else block here? Where I have to write? I have to write outside of the loop. I have to write else open, and I'm going to print here, print hi. For example, I'm going to print hi here. Okay. If I'm going to execute it, if I give 10 here, yes, else block is going to be executed normally, right? Else block is executed normally, and it is going to be print 1 to 10, and it is going to be print hi also. This else block is especially for in Python only. There is no in no other programming language. It is not there. It is new in Python. Then, for example, without else block also I can print it, right? Without else block also it can be printed. For example, if I delete this one, if I give 10 here, it is going to be print the same output. Then what is the use of this else block? With this else block, we can do so many things. We can do so many things. We have to observe here when the else block is going to be executed. When the else block is going to be executed. That is the one thing we have to think here. Very good responses from the you. Very good. When is else block is going to be executed? Just listen here, okay? For example, here I am going to write if I is equal to 5, I am going to break it. I am going to break it. If I am going to execute it, if I give 10 here, it is going to be print up to 4, and it is not printing high here. It is not printing high. If I write the print high outside the loop, outside the just a loop that is not inside any else block, it is going to be print high also. But here, if you observe here, the else block is not executed. The else block is not executed. Why it is not executed? But here, if I write like this, if I'm going to execute it, if I give 10 here, it is going to be executed. We have to come to one conclusion here. What is that? If the loop is terminated, using the condition of the loop, that means the loop is terminated naturally. This is naturally, and this is going to be the manually. That is nat, and this is man. If it is naturally breaken, then the else part is going to be executed. If the loop is terminated manually, the else block never executed. The else block never executed. Is it clear, students? Is it clear? Yes, it is very similar when I'm going to use it. Every time I'm thinking that, for example, I'm going to search a number in that. When I'm writing a code, my style is going to be, if it is not found, I'm going to change like this, and coming outside the loop, I'm going to write is s is equal to 0. Then I have to write like this. But here, without using these flag variables, so we can write the logic. We can solve many problems using this else block. When I'm telling the examples, I will explain you where I'm going to use it. Okay, that means you have to think that how it is going to be working. If it is naturally breaking, naturally terminated, else block is going to be executed. If the loop is terminated by manually, else block is never executed. Okay, this is the theory concept. But when you are going into the programming, then you understand where we are going to use this else block, and very useful it is. Very useful it is. Okay, we can easily write the code with this else block. Is it clear, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is
Sir,
about.
yes, sir.
Yes, this is about. What is that? If you have any doubt, students, if you have any doubt on while loop, for loop, and break, continue, else block in loops, these are the topics in the control statements. This is the break point also. This is the break point also. At this point, we have the theory concept is finished, and we are entering into the programming at this point. Is it clear, everyone? If the topic is clear up to this, what we are discussing here, how to write a variable, that is the first concept, and the second concept is the operators. In the operators, we are discussing about arithmetic, relational, and logical. After that, we are going to discuss about conditional statements. Conditional statements in that if, else if, and else. Here it is going to be in arithmetic operators, relational operators, and logical operators. And then I'm moving into the control statements. In the control statements of for, while, break, continue, and else for the loops. These are the topics we covered up to now. Okay, now we are entering into the programming, and we have to solve the problems using this set: variables, operators, conditional statements, and control statements. In the control statements, we have to use all these things, and we are going to solve the problems like this. Clear? Is it clear? Is there any doubt in these four topics? The four topics, just ask me and I will explain you again. And whenever you are entering into the programming, you have to clear all these things, and we are going to enter into the programming. Is there any doubt, students? Is there any single doubt? Is it small or big? There's no doubts, I think. Okay, no doubts at all. Okay. Okay, I'm going to give you a simple logic, and you have to solve it. Before that, I'm going to explain you how to write a simple code. The base logic of some program, and we are going to do something else, and tomorrow we are going to discuss about other programs. Okay, for example, a number is there, in that number, for example, this is going to be 1234. Some of students know that here some r is equal to num mod 10. Num mod 10, what is the value inside r now? What is the value inside r?
4, sir.
4. If
Sir.
you have any doubt here, sorry. If you have any doubt, for example, 1, 2, 3 mod 10, that is going to be 4 here. How it is going to be working? Just simply it is going to be 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it is going to be bracket, and it is going to be like this, and 1230, right? 1230, 10 into 123, then it is going to be 1230, and the remainder is going to be 4 here, and the remainder is going to be 4. That's why here r value is going to be 4 here. Then num is equal to num by 10. This is the floor division operation. That means it gives always coefficient value. It is the floor division operation. Okay, it is a floor division operation. It always gives for example, this is also division operation, but it is an exact division operation. But here, if you write double by, that is going to be give a floor division. That means coefficient value. What is the coefficient value for this division?
123.
23. And the remainder is going to be 4 here. That means we are going to divide the number into two parts. That is going to be the last digit and remaining number. Last digit and the remaining number. Okay. For example, if I do it again, now what is num value? The num value is now 123. Okay. Now num value is going to be 123. Again, I am going to do it. Just a minute. Okay, here. Now again I'm going to do the same thing here, R mod 10. Then what is the value here? What is the value?
3.
The value is going to be 3 now. The num value is now 123 and this is going to be like this, and num is equal to num by 10. Then num becomes
12.
12 here. Okay. Again and again I am doing, then R value here, the R value is going to be 2 here. Okay. Now num value becomes 1 here.
1.
1 here. Then R value is going to be 1 here. Then num value is going to be 0 here.
0.
0. Then I am going to stop at this position. If the num is 0 and I am not executing anything here. Okay. I am not executing anything. I am doing the same thing here for up to the 4 times. For example, I remove all these things and I am going to write while num or num not equal to 0 or anything I can write here. Simply while writing num here and R is equal to num mod 10, num is equal to num by 10. I am going to print here what is R value and what is N value. Okay, num value, sorry, num value. I am going to dry run it first of all. I am going to dry run it. Just listen carefully. And here the value is going to be, it is going to be 4 and it is going to be 123. Okay, it is going to be 123 and it is going to be print that what values it is going to be print 4 and 123. Then it is checking that while 123 num value, the new num value is going to be 123 and it is going to be tell that while 123 any positive value or any negative value that returns true here. That's why it is entering into the while loop again. And the what is the last digit? The last digit is 3 and it becomes now the value it becomes 12 here. Okay, now it is going to be 12 here. Okay, now it is going to be print. Now it is going to be print 3 and 12. Okay, again it is telling that now the new num value is going to be 12 and while 12 that is going to be true again and it is coming here and it is going to be print new 12 means the last digit is going to be 2 and the remaining value is going to be 1 here and it is going to be print 2 and 1. Then it is going coming here, the new num value is going to be 1 while 1 is true, then it is coming here and the last digit is going to be 1 and the remaining digit is going to be 0 here and it is coming here and it is going to be print 1 and 0 and it is going back here while 0 means that is going to be false and it is coming out of the loop. It is going to be print like this. I'm going to execute it. 1 2 3 4. It is going to be execute 4 123 3 12 2 1 1 0. Yet num is equal to 0. Then it is going to be end of the loop here. Okay. Now my question is it clear everyone how it is going to be working? How it is working? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Just try to execute it, everyone. Just try to execute it first of all. Then I will explain the code question. Then I will explain the question. Everyone, I can write like this also. I can write, for example, num true here. Num true here. I am going to print. I am going to write here if num is equal to 0. I have to break this one. I have to break this one. I can write like this also. For example, I'm missing here colon. If I execute it, if the input is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, the output is going to be the same thing. Okay, I can write in any way. I can write in any way. Yes. Is it clear? I can break it. I can break it using the break statement, or else I'm going to write the condition also. Try to execute like this. While num. Okay.
Completed, sir.
Good. Now, for example, here I'm going to write 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, for example, 3, 4, 5. This is the number, for example. And what is the sum of the digits here? What is the sum of the digits? 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. 8 plus 5 is equal to 8 plus 5 is equal to 13. 13 plus 6 is equal to
19.
13 plus 6 is equal to 19. Then this is not a single digit, right? Again, I am going to add 1 plus 9. 1 plus 9 is equal to 10. That is also not satisfied. 1 plus 0 is equal to
1.
1. I want the output like this. I want to convert a big number into the single digit number, then I have to stop it. Is the question is clear, everyone? For example, if the input is like this, for example, what is that? 7. 7 plus 2 is equal to 7 plus 2 is equal to 9. 9 plus 1 is equal to 10. Then I am going to write 1 plus 0 is equal to 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. I have to stop there only. For example, here, then it is going to be 11 here. 11 means 1 plus 1, that is going to be 2. The question is clear, everyone? You have to convert the number into the single digit number, sum of digits. If the number is again a double digit or triple digit, you have to convert into the single digit. Again and again we have to do it. If sum is less than 10, it is going to be break. If sum is, for example, less than, it is not less than, then we have to do it. What we have to do it? For example, go for this input. For example, I'm going to, can anyone with this?
సార్ సమ్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు 0 అని తీసుకుని రిమైండర్ యాడ్ చేస్తూ ఉంటుంది దానికి.
Is it correct or not? I think you have to check it again.
ఎస్ సార్ ఎల్స్ పార్ట్ లో మనం సమ్ వచ్చిన ఉంది కదా సార్, మొత్తం సమ్ ఆఫ్ గివెన్ నెంబర్ ఉంది కదా సార్, అది మళ్ళీ దానికి చేస్తే మళ్ళీ వైల్ కండిషన్ లోకి వెళ్ళి చేస్తాం.
Try to execute it. It will be an error, right? It will be an error, no doubt about that. That is also wrong. Check it once. A small adjustments is there. Small adjustments. Is the question is clear, everyone?
సార్ ఇఫ్ కండిషన్ లో నమ్ వాల్యూ కంపేర్ చేసి బ్రేక్ చేయొచ్చు కదా సార్.
చెక్ చేయి, ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయి.
ఒకసారి చెప్పరా సార్ క్వశ్చన్?
For example, the number is going to be like this. Then 6 plus 5. 6 plus 5. I'm going to add all the digits here.
11.
6 plus 5 is going to be 11. 11 plus 4 is equal to
15.
15 plus 3 is equal to
18.
18 plus 1
19.
19, right? Then it is going to be 19. After adding all the digits of the number, that is going to be the 19. Okay. Now, but that is not a single digit number. Then again I am going to do it 9 plus 1. Again I am going to add the sum of the digits.
10.
Then it is going to be 10. That is also not a single digit.
1.
Again 1 plus 0.
1.
It is going to be 1 here. I want the output like this. I want output only 1, not the remaining 9, 10, and not like that. I want the output as 1 here. what you are writing. Madhu, if you write like this, it is going. Check it again with different values. Is it working? It is printing
Okay, sir.
only. It is printing 11. I want not 11. The output is going to be 2 here. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Srinivas, I want to add here. Just simply, I am going to write I have to take that s is equal to 0. That means I am going to add every time the r is going to be the digits here. That means first of all it is 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Each and every digit of the number is going to be the r. Is it clear, students? Is it clear? First of all, for example, if I print r here, just observe, if I am going to execute it, if I give the number like this, that is going to be 4, 3, 2, 1. Any big number. For example, if it is in a jumble way also, it is going to be in a jumble way also. The 6, it is going to be executed from the last, right? 6, 1, 2, 4, 6. 6, 2, 4, 1.
సార్ నేను పెట్టాను చూడండి సార్ ఒకసారి.
Yes. Now I am going to add all these things. S plus is equal to R, for example. I am going to print here what is S value. If I am going to execute it, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, the output is going to be 19. But I don't want this one. I am going to convert into the another way. Yes, no,
సార్ నేను పెట్టాను చూడండి సార్.
Execute చేసాం అనుకో. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ ఆర్ యు ఆర్ రైటింగ్ దట్ నమ్. అంతే కదా రాసావు ఇక్కడ? అంతే కదా రాసావు? I'm going to execute it 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. The output is going to be like this.
Let's check mine.
You are writing like this only, right? You are, instead of adding the digit, you are adding the remaining number. Add the digit every time.
సార్ నేను పెట్టాను ఒకసారి చూడండి సార్.
సిస్టమ్ ఉందా నీ దగ్గర? ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేస్తావా? నేను ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయను అక్కడ.
సిస్టమ్ లేదు సార్.
ఓకే
సార్ నేను ఇప్పుడు లాస్ట్ పెట్టిన ఫోటో చూడండి సార్ ఒకసారి.
స్టూడెంట్ అది ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసిన తర్వాత చూద్దాం. Here you are writing that while. Okay, so here you are writing that num is equal to sum outside the while loop or outside the if condition.
ఇఫ్ కండిషన్ సార్. సార్ వైల్ లూప్ కి
డ్రై రన్ ఇట్ ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్.
అదే సార్ వైల్ లూప్ బయటే సార్. వైల్ లూప్ బయట ఉంది సార్.
Then it is not executed. Nag, I am going to tell you your program only. Yes, this is your program, right? Nag.
That's not S sir, that's R plus equal to nag.
R plus is your this one R.
And I am printing R.
You are going to print R here. I'm going to execute it. Okay, I will try run it. What it is? First of all, it is going to be 4. And it is going to be 1, 2. Sorry. Here. Going to be 6 and it is going to be 1, 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, 4, 5, and it is coming here and it is going to be printer. R value is going to be 6. Yes, 6 plus 1, 3, 4, 5. Then it becomes 1, 3, 5, 1. 1, 3, 5, 1. then it becomes R value is going to be 1 here. What is R value? Okay, what is R value here? And I'm going to here also. Execute 1, 3, 5, 6. It is going to be just mute it. Just mute it.
Cancel. By jump.
It is going to be 2 here. How it is working? I have to check it again. Then it is going to be 1 here. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is going to be add these two numbers. Then it is going to be 6. Then it is going to be 6. Always it is going to be give the last digit of the number. Last digit of the number. For example, last digit of the number every time. Just add 9 plus 8 plus 7 plus 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 4. It's going to be 43. Yes, that is going to be 43. 4 plus 3 is equal to 7, right? The answer is for that. Hello?
Okay.
The output is the value, the output is going to be 7 here, but it is going to be print, it is going to be print the first digit of the number. It is always printing. That is our logic. Logic is always printing the first digit, but here it is going to be 7. Clear?
సార్ వాట్సాప్ లో పెట్టిన ఒకసారి చూడండి సార్.
Okay.
Okay.
If sum is greater than 9, sum is greater than 9, you have to take inside a loop while true, or writing while n mod Chaitanya, have you executed this one?
అవుట్పుట్ కూడా పెట్టండి సార్.
Okay. Okay. Can you execute this program using only one while loop?
చేస్తాను సార్.
I think it is working. It is working. I think I'm going to write here how he is writing. How he is writing. I'm going to write while true here, while true, and then sum. That means s is equal to 0. Don't take sum here. Sum is a function name in the Python. That's why it is giving the like this. That color is going to be changed here. Okay, if it is going to be black. If I'm going to take a keyword, it is going to be like this. That's why I'm going to take s is equal to 0. Then while num, then r is equal to num mod 10. Num is equal to num by 10. Okay, and then s plus is equal to r. S plus is equal to r. And after coming out of the loop, I'm going to find that the S value is going to be 19 here, and what he is doing, if S is greater than 9, for example, if it is greater than 9, yes, very good thing this is going to be. Then again we are going to reset the value of n with s, n value with s. For example, if it is not like that, just simply print the s value and we have to break the loop. Yes, very good thing. Yes, it is working, no doubt. If I'm going to give here the output, where is the input here? This is the input. Just missing, where it is missing. Yes, definitely it is going to be miss here. This is the input. Yes, is not working.
సార్ నేను రాసింది అవుతుంది ఒకసారి చూడండి సార్.
కంగారు పడుకో. Where it is missing, this is equal to 0. If s is greater than 9, s is greater than 9, s is greater than 9, n is equal to, no, that is not n, that is going to be num here, that is the mistake. Then what is the input here? Something, some 8765444, for example, that is going to be 7 here. Okay, Subbu, if num is greater than 10, if num is greater than
పైన
10,
a equal to 0 రాయడం వచ్చింది.
మరి
ఇక్కడ రాశాను సార్ ప్రోగ్రామ్, పేపర్ లో రాసి పెట్టడం మర్చిపోయింది. ఈక్వల్ టు సమ్ అక్కడ వదిలేసా చూడు.
just mute it.
అది
Okay,
స్టెప్ బై స్టెప్ ప్రింట్ అవుతే బాగుంటుంది, కరెక్ట్ ఉంటుంది కదా సార్. స్టెప్ బై స్టెప్
if I'm going to print a num, that's it. I'm going to execute here, it is going to be the input, and this is going to be 43 and 7. For example, if it is going to be 1 3 4 5 6, then it is 19 10 and 1. Okay, just simply we have to print here also.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Okay, and I'm going to write this one. Okay, I'm going to write it. How I'm going to write? For example, while num only. For example, while num only, I'm going to write here r is equal to num mod 10. Yes, then num is equal to num by 10. Okay, then I'm going to take one value that is going to be s is equal to 0, no doubt about that, and after that s plus is equal to r. Okay, s plus is equal to r. Okay, we are writing that if for some mistakes, if s is what is that, if s is less than 9, that means if s is greater than 9, right? If s is greater than 9, we are doing something else, but we have to think here, when I am going to check it, I am going to add all the values first. I have to add all the digits first. If all the digits are added, what is n value? What is num value? Students, that means here the num value is going to be, for example, it is going to be 3 4 5 at this point. Then after that it is going to be 134, then it is going to be 13, and then it is going to be 1, and then it is going to be 0. If all the digits are added, what is the num value? What is num value? 0, right?
13.
0. What is num value? That is going to be 0 if all the values are added. If all the digits are added at this position, this is going to be 6, and this position, at this position it is going to be 5, and at this position it is going to be 4, and this position this is going to be 3, and this is going to be 1. These all digits are added like this: 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 1. All values are added into the R. If I am going to print for example S value, if I am going to print S value, if I am going to give this input, the output is going to be 43. Yes, half of the program is done already. I am asking a very, very simple question. What is that? If I am going to add all the digits, what is num value?
0, sir.
Definitely that is going to be 0. Then here I am going to write here, if num is equal to 0. Okay, if num is equal to 0 and S value is greater than 9. If S value is greater than 9, what I am asking here, if num is 0, and the result value is greater than 9, then simply I am going to add here like this. Then again, now the 43 value is going to be placed into here. Okay, clear everyone? Just again, and what I have to do, just simply I am going to reset the value of S is equal to 0 again. I am going to reset the value of S is equal to 0. Again, I am going to find the sum of 43. The sum of 43. If I am going to execute it, I don't know exactly how it is going to be working. It is coming outside, and if I am going to give S, what is S value? S value is 7. S value is going to be 7. If I am going to print here yes, if I am going to execute it, if this is the input, the input is going to be, output is going to be 1. If I am going to execute it, this is the input is going to be 7. Is it clear everyone what I am doing here? Here I am going to find that if num is 0, that means I am going to add all the digits. If I am going to add all the digits, then only the num is 0. Then I have to check that is S value is greater than 9. I am going to add all the digits, right? I am going to add all the digits. We have to think like this. We have to add all the digits. Then we have to find what is the sum of the digits. Then we have to check that is it greater than 9. Then again I have to add the sum of the digits again. Okay, that's why here num is equal to 0 means I am going to add all the digits, and then I am going to check that if it is true, then only I am going to check that what I am going to check here, if the sum is greater than 9, then I have to modify the num value with the result, the sum of the digits. I have to place in a num again. I have to place the num in again, and I have to reset S value to 0 again. Then now after that it is going to be 43 now. Then again it is going to be a 43. Now I'm going to give I'm going to work with this number. Okay, I'm going to work with this number. Just listen carefully everyone. At this position, R value is going to be 6, and this is going to be 1, 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, 4, 5. I am going to add the values. S plus is equal to R. Then it becomes a 6. Then this is going to be like this, and this is going to be, 5, and this is going to be 5, and the value is going to be 1, 3, 4. Then I am going to add S is already 6. 6 plus 5. 6 plus 5 is equal to 11. Then the new num value is going to be 134. While 134 is true, and coming here the last digit is going to be 4, and the remaining values is 13, and I am going to add 11 plus 4 is equal to 15. Just observe here, it is checking this one also. What it is checking is num is equal to 0. That means is 13 is equal to 0? No, right? 13 is not equal to 0. That's why it is not working this one. Okay, again it is moving 13 here. Again it is 13 here and it becomes a 3 and this becomes 1 here. And it is going to be 5 plus 3 is going to be 18. Okay, again it is checking that what is num value now? Num value is going to be 1. Is 1 is equal to 0? No, not at all. And it is moving here while 1, yes, again it is true. Then R value is 1 and num value is going to be 0 here. 18 plus 1 is equal to 19. Now the num value is going to be 0. Now num value is going to be 0. Is 0 is equal to 0? Yes. And now I am going to check that S value. What is S value? 19. Is 19 is greater than 9? Yes, 19 is greater than 9. Then it is moving inside it. And num is equal to S. What is S value? That is going to be 19. That is going to be replaced in the num here. And S value becomes 0. Previously it is a 19 and I am going to reset the value with 0. Then again moving with 19 here. Then it is removing all the values and these values and these values. Again all the values are going to be deleted like this. Now while 19 that is going to be true, then R becomes a 9, the last digit, and the remaining digit is going to be 9 and 1 and 0 plus 9. 0 plus 9 is equal to 9 and it is coming here. Is 1 is equal to 0? No. Then again it is new num value is going to be 1 and this is going to be 1 and this value is going to be 0 and 9 plus 1 is equal to 10 here. 9 plus 1 is equal to 10. And what is num value? Num value is equal to 0. Yes, 0 is equal to 0. Yes, then it is moving inside it. And what is S value? And it is going to be checked that is 10 is greater than 9. Yes, 10 is greater than 9. Then num becomes a 10 and S value becomes 0. Now it is moving with the new value, that is going to be num value is going to be the last digit, R value is going to be 0 and num value is going to be 1 and 0 plus 0, that is going to be 0 only. Then it is going to be checked that is 1 value is equal to 0? No, not at all. Then num value is 1 and num is going to be 0 here and 0 plus 1 is equal to 1 here and it is going to be checked that is 0 is equal to 0. Yes, 0 is equal to 0 and what is S value now? 1 is greater than 9? No, not at all. 1 is not greater than 9. Then it is moving here. What is num value now? Num value is going to be 0. While of 0, it is coming here and it is going to be print. What is S now? S value is going to be 1 and it is going to be print 1 only. Okay, how much big story it is going to be. For example, I am going to write like this. It is going to be print 3 here. Just note it down, everyone. Just put it down. Hello. Here I am going to print num here. I am going to print num here. If this is the input, just observe here the sum of the digit is going to be 30 and 30 plus 3 is equal to 3 plus 0 is equal to 33 now. Is it clear, everyone? How I am doing? Yes. Just note it down, everyone. If you have any doubts, just ask me and I will clear your doubts. First of all, you have to try it. Some students are definitely they are working on that.